Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will talk about what are the key factors that provide you to get that dream job of getting more than 20 lakhs per annum being a data analyst. So what are the important skill sets, then how to find those kind of jobs in India and abroad. So I will talk about these kind of queries in this video. So let's get started with what is data analyst. So data analyst serves as a gatekeeper for an organization's data. So stakeholders can understand the data and use it to make strategic business decisions. So first of all, data analyst serves as a gatekeeper for organizations data. So some organizations like the company you're working for has data that can be in SAP, it can be in any form, right? So that data can be used to generate insights so that the business holders or the management can make strategic business decisions. So ultimately it is the job of making data as insightful, right? It is a technical role. So it is not a business analyst. We are talking about data analyst. So it is 100% technical role that requires an undergraduate degree or master's degree in analytics, computer modeling, science or mathematics. So this is the basic definition of a data analyst. So if you fall or fit in this kind of role, then you can become a data analyst. So now let's talk about the skill set. So these are the four important skills that are required. So I'm talking about hard skills, not soft skills right now. So one is Microsoft Excel, then Power BI or Tableau. This is basically data visualization. So you can learn any one of the tool. Then SQL, it can be used for data manipulation, for slicing, dicing. Then we talk about Python because it is very important to understand how Python works, right? So if you want to make predictive models, so Python will be a very good fit. So if you want to make mathematical modeling, that can be easily done in Python. Now, if I want to tell you the important concepts in each of these tools, so first of all, if I talk about Microsoft Excel, so you need to understand VLOOKUP, HLOOKUP, index, matching, functions, Power Query, Power Pivot, pivot chart, then formatting, that is conditional formatting, and some kind of data cleaning. So if you know these concepts, so we are good to go. You don't have to be expert, right? But if you know these concepts, if you have worked on all these concepts, then you're good to go and you can land or you can go towards your dream job of 20 lakhs per annum plus, right? Now if we talk about Microsoft Power BI or any other data visualization tool, first of all, the first and foremost thing is data preparation. So that happens in Power Query. So this is same as the Excel Power Query, right? So we use M language in that. So if you want to create custom columns or if you want to do any manipulation, you have to use M language, right? So this is one of the important thing, data preparation. Then we come towards data analysis. That happens using DAX language, that is Power Pivot in Microsoft Power BI. So this is also very important. Once you have prepared the data, you have to analyze so as to attain to some particular insights, right? So this becomes a very important step. Third is data visualization. So ultimately Power BI is used to visualize the data, right? So for that we are preparing the data, we are analyzing. Ultimately this is the output, the data visualization, where we are saying we have to work on data storytelling, right? One more important concept which comes under Power BI is data modeling. It is very important. So it is about creating the data models using tables, relationships, calculated columns, calculated fields. So this becomes a very important concept in Microsoft Power BI. So think about these concepts while you're working on Power BI projects. If I talk about SQL, so SQL is sequential query language that is used to manipulate the data that is stored in the databases, right? So it is used to communicate with the databases, which are RDBMS, Relationship Database Management System, right? So you need to understand these concepts. You need to understand keys, primary key, foreign key, etc. Then you have to understand the normalizations in databases, join functions, subqueries, window function, triggers, stored procedures. So in short, you have to work on various practical examples where we are using these concepts. So if you know these concepts, you are really good to go, because SQL will become a very important factor in deciding your salary, right? And then we come to the last cog of all the important skill sets, that is Python. In Python, you need to understand the data structures, conditionals, loops, functions, OOPS concepts, error handling, modules, various libraries which you need to import so that you can work on various models, then web scraping, predictive modeling. So these are some of the important concepts. So if you are a beginner, you can work on all these concepts, or at least keep these concepts in mind while you are practicing on various problems, right? So overall, if I talk about Excel, Power BI, SQL, Python, these four are the very important tools. If you learn these, if you're experts in these, then it's very highly likely that you can grab a 20 plus lakhs per annum job, right? So now let's move to, so can you get 20 lakhs per annum salary as a data analyst? So I won't say the answer is yes or no. Let's understand the current scenario. So currently, data analyst salaries in India varies between 2 lakhs per annum to 10 lakhs per annum. So in general, 99% of all the data analyst jobs are coming under this salary range, right? So it is highly likely, if you're just joining any organization as a beginner, you are falling in this particular range. So it is very tough to get a job which is more than 10 lakhs per annum if you are a beginner or if you have some kind of skill set, right? So now we will understand which are the important components or where you should focus on so that you can land 20 lakhs per annum, right? So if you see this table, so I have jotted down all the skill sets, right? So these four are the technical skills, and then we have problem solving and analytical mindset, right? So this can be a soft skill. So you have to understand how good are you in all these skill sets, right? So if I talk about Microsoft Excel, if you're average, right? And in Power BI, let's say you're average, in SQL you're average, in Python you're average, and problem solving, let's say you are average or good. Let's say you are falling in this particular category, right? So it is very tough for you to land a 20 lakhs per annum job. It is very tough. I mean, it's very dreamy to, ask for 20 lakhs per annum job if you have these kind of skill sets, right? Now, versus if I talk about Microsoft Excel skill set, you have good to outstanding. You are between good and outstanding. Let's say you're good for time being. In Power BI also you're good. In SQL you are also good. In Python you are good. And in problem solving and analytical mindset you are good. So if I say you're good in everything, so again, I would say it is not that easy to land 20 lakhs, but certainly you will be somewhere around 14 to 15 or maybe 17 lakhs per annum, right? So that would be the range. But to land a job of 20 or 20 plus, out of all these skill set, I would say SQL, right? In SQL, Python, and problem solving plus analytical mindset. If you have these three things with you, these three things, then for sure you can get a job of more than 20 or maybe 30 lakhs per annum, right? So SQL, Python, and analytical mindset, where you are a problem solver. Once you get the problem from the clients or from the company, you are able to analyze the problem and give the certain solution. If you have that kind of mindset, plus you have the knowledge of SQL and Python, then you will definitely get this kind of job. Now, if I talk about other category or skill set, so if I say Power BI, if you are good in Power BI and Excel, so both are good, right? And then you are outstanding in SQL and then you're good in Python, then also you can get a job of 20 plus. Because for me, if I see the job market, if I talk about my experience once I recruit people, so I really focus more on SQL, Python, because these are very important. If I talk about Power BI, it is also important, but If you know SQL and Python, I'm sure that you can learn Power BI in few days, right? So for me, SQL and Python becomes a decision maker. These are the icebreakers for that particular matter. Right. So now let's see what are the qualifications. Right. So now we have talked about the skill set. So what are the qualifications which are asked? Right. So you should be at least a bachelor in computer science. So that is one. So if you have not done bachelor's in computer science, then at least master's in something related to machine learning, data science, right? So that is one. You have advanced Power BI or any other visualization tool, so that is second. Third is, this is one of the most important thing, advanced SQL and database knowledge with good understanding of Python, where we are working on machine learning models, right? So if you have these qualifications, then you should get more than 20 lakhs per annum, right? So these are the most important skill sets, or you can say qualifications required for getting 20 lakhs per annum salary, right? So overall, if I summarize this particular slide, so you should be very good in SQL, right? Then you should be very good in Python, or good, if I say rating of more than 7 out of 10 in Python, then you should be a good problem solver and with analytical mindset. With this, I would say you should be logical, right? So whenever you decide things, you should be logical enough, and you are not superstitious about things. You think analytically, right? So these are important things, and if you are good in Excel and Power BI, these are good to go, right? So overall, this is the scenario in the India market. All right, so now I have told you what are the important skill sets. So now if you fall in these kind of skill sets, how to land up for these kind of salaries like 20 lakhs per annum. So I will explain you step by step how to get this. First of all, these are three of the most important job portals: LinkedIn, IMjobs, and Naukri. So first of all, create a resume. If you want some expertise, if you want my help, you can directly connect with me on Topmate and I can help you out with your resumes. And if you already have the resume, then you are good to start with applying to the jobs. You should apply to jobs through LinkedIn, through IMjobs, then Naukri, right? So these are the three most important portals where you should upload your updated resume and try to reach out to the maximum companies, right? So now let me explain you the steps. Right, so first step would be list down your top 50 companies. So now if you want to have a good career, so first job is very important, right? So first, for example, if you want to apply, it's not like if you get through one particular company and then you're happy and good to go and you don't apply to other companies. No, you have to apply to multiple companies. Try to get the offer letter from your dream company. So that should be the target. So for example, you say I have my top 50 companies list. If I get through these companies, then I'm good to go. Then what you have to do is list down, right? Now look for the job openings in these companies. In these 50 companies, look for the job openings for your skill set. So that can be through LinkedIn, that can be through company websites, right? So these are the two things, right? Once you apply, you have to read the job descriptions, right? So that job description will help you to understand what are the relevant skill sets which are required by the employer and which are the most used skills which are highly repetitive. For example, if all the job descriptions are asking for SQL expertise, right? So then you will realize this SQL is very important for you to land a dream job, right? For example, they ask for database knowledge or you should know any data visualization tool, then you will get to know where you have to work on, right? Now analyze if you have those skills, right? So once you have carefully read the job descriptions, you will note down various important pointers and then analyze if you have those skills. If yes, then apply for those jobs and then diversify your skill set. If you don't have those skills, for example, if you say I have good skill set, good learning understanding of SQL, Python, and if let's say all the companies or most of the jobs are asking for cloud computing, expertise of cloud computing, or at least a beginner level, good to have knowledge, then diversify. Try to learn any cloud, for example, Microsoft Azure or Google or Amazon, whatever. Like, learn one that will help you a lot while applying for the jobs, because most of the companies are in digital transformation journey, right? And they want people who know cloud computing. That is very important these days. So I'm not saying you to learn that and skip all other things. I told you Excel, Power BI, SQL and Python, these are the most important things for data analyst. But if you know cloud computing, that will really help you. Maybe you will land a job of 30 plus, right? So there is no limit to it once you have these kind of jobs. All right, so now I have explained you all these things. Now let's see how to apply to these jobs practically. So I will go to my LinkedIn profile. I'll show you which kind of jobs are there, what are the job descriptions, and then how we can apply. All right, so now I am on LinkedIn. So you can see there is one opening at Google India, Business Intelligence Analyst. So let's see what are the important qualifications, what are the skill set required for this profile. So if I scroll down, if you see, this is the about the job, I'll click on see more. So this is the minimum qualification. So this is non-negotiable. This is important for you. Bachelor's degree in computer science, analytics, statistics, industrial engineering, operation research or equivalent practical experience, right? So even if you don't have bachelor's degree in computer science, you should have equivalent practical experience in any other branch. Then 6 years of experience as an analyst, data engineer, gathering requirements, designing data products, example, dashboards, tables, pipelines, right? So this is the minimum qualification. What is the preferred qualification? MBA degree with experience in advanced SQL transforming data sets to meet business needs in supply chain domain. So this company is requiring business intelligence analyst for supply chain. So that is why they are looking for supply chain domain, right? Then experience developing dashboards. So this is data visualization. For this, if you know Power BI or Tableau, that will really help. Ability to cultivate cross-functional relationship and work in a fast-paced and constantly evolving environment. So that is one. Then ability to self-start and self-direct operational initiatives. Knowledge of any scripting language, example Python or R. So if you know Python, that will really help your candidature. So that will help the employer to select you, right? Excellent communication skills with the ability to adapt messaging to technical and non-technical audiences. So if you are a business intelligence analyst, it is very important for you to have a good communication skills. You are able to communicate whatever is there inside you with the technical as well as non-technical stakeholders. For example, in your team, if you have some kind of query or you have came across some solution, you're able to explain that to your technical team as well as the business people, right? So that will really help. So that is one of the most important qualification, right? So this is the about the job, right? I'll share the link of this job description as well, so that you can go through once you're free and understand more things. Here you can see interactive visualizations by developing machine learning models to automate processes. So ultimately people or employers are looking for automation. For automation, you need to understand ML models, right? So that will really help you in getting the dream job, right? So these are the responsibilities for this particular profile, right? So this is how you can just check for all the requirements, and this is from Google. They are offering somewhere around 30 lakhs per annum for this profile, right? So you can check out for these kind of profiles for Google, Microsoft. Then there is Adobe, which is a very good company to work for, and there are various other companies, and you can just check out on Ambition Box as well. Now I am on the ambitionbox.com. Here you can check the companies, compare various companies and add office photos. You can check for the company reviews. If you want to write your review, you can do that. You can check all the salaries, browse for each and every company. You will at least get the estimate, right? Then you can check for company interviews, campus placements. You can share your interview questions. So it is more likely a platform where you can get the advice on interview. You can give the advice, you can review for your own company, you can check for the reviews of any company where you're already going, right? So let's check for the salaries. I'll click on browse salaries, right? Let's check data analyst, right? Because we want salaries for data analyst. Search. Okay, this is Puchko. Let's go back again. Let's go for data analyst. Okay, this is Puchku salaries in India. I'm not sure about this company. Let's go again, browse salaries. Okay, I'll just select here, let's say data analyst. So now you can see in the company Optum, data analyst salary with 3 to 4 years experience is roughly around 14 lakhs. In Citicorp, it is roughly around 14 lakhs. Again in McKinsey, with data analyst, for a data analyst, somewhere around 13 to 14 lakhs. BCG is giving you 12 to 13 lakhs. Walmart, with the experience of 3 to 4 years, somewhere around 11 to 12 lakhs. ZS, it is one of the very good companies for data analyst. It is offering you 12 lakhs. Fractal is offering you 12 lakhs. Myntra is somewhere around 12 lakhs. Citibank is also 11, 12. HSBC is 11. So you can see the range is somewhere around 10 to 15 for these companies, right? So this is slightly on the higher level as for reference to data analyst, because if we talk about most of the data analyst jobs in MNCs, somewhere around 2 to 10 lakhs, right? So you can see for software engineer salary, it is average of 6 lakhs. For software developer is somewhere around 5. Senior software engineer is somewhere around 11 lakhs. But if we talk about data analyst, we are talking about 10 to 15 lakhs per annum over here for these good companies, right? Now if I talk about, let's say, Power BI developers, do we have these kind of roles here? Let's try to select, enter. No, we are not getting. If we click on developer, it will give me developer salaries. So it is very good website to at least compare your own salary with the average of those companies and the profile. This will help you to negotiate with the employers and plan accordingly, right? Let's say if you want to check for the jobs in Google plus data analyst, let's see what will be the solution. Okay, so I'm getting Google software engineer salary, that is somewhere around 35 lakhs, right? So if I just delete this, only Google, so I won't get salary comparison for Google. I'll just select here Google, right? So it's a subsidiary of Alphabet, that is correct. I want to check the salaries. Software engineer is getting somewhere around 43 lakhs. Software developer is somewhere around 42. SDE1 is 37. Senior software engineer is somewhere around 55 lakhs. SDE is 45. And then I have to log in to check all the salaries, right? So you can just check. Mostly in Google, every salary is more than 30 lakhs for IT and related fields, right? So if you're looking for these kind of salaries, check for their job descriptions. If you click on jobs, you will see these are the job openings. You can log in and check all other openings in Google. As I told you about this business intelligence analyst, right? So this is one of the most important description, I would say, right? So here, as already told, you need to understand Python, you need to understand SQL, right? So these are technical things. Then this is soft skill, how to cultivate when you are working with cross functional teams, how to build relationships, how to communicate, right? So these are the soft skills and you have to hone this. So what I would suggest is, apart from working on technical skills, try to read as much as possible so that you can improve your communication skills, you can improve how you deliver your pitch among your colleagues. That makes a huge impact. Your personal development, I would say, your confidence, that will really help you to land a beautiful job, right? So just try to focus on all these things and then definitely you will land up a very dream beautiful job. So what I would say is, if you want some mentorship or expertise on building resumes, on how to get more interviews, how to crack those interviews, if you want to prepare for that, you can connect with me anytime, or you can just check on YouTube. I have prepared various videos on these kind of topics. Alright, so I hope this video was really helpful for you guys. If you have any query, you can just comment below. You can also share your thoughts on my email ID. I will definitely get back to you. So that will really help you and it will help me to understand what are the problems that you're facing, and I would try to address them. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. Bye.